Hey everyone, Kevin from Deep Canvas, and in this video we're going to take a look at the quotes on the back end of the site. And what we're going to do is we'll create a new quote right here. And here's an example of where the quote lives on the site. You'll see that I'm on the At Work page right here, and if you scroll all the way down, you'll see this quote right here by Michael Scott of Dunder Mifflin. So what we'll do is we'll just go in and create a new quote really quick, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you're not already, make sure that you're logged into the back end of the site. And if you are logged in, what I'll have you go ahead and do is head to, if you just click on this site title right here, it'll take you right to the dashboard. And where we're going to focus our time in this video is right here in this quote section. So if you hover over this and hit all quotes, we'll see we currently only have one on the site, and it's our Michael Scott quote. So we can go ahead and open that up really quick. And if you scroll down, you will see these quote fields right here. So you'll see a quote attribute, and then a quote attribute company. And so there's not a whole lot of things that you can edit here. So this should be a pretty brief video. But what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and create a new quote right here. So once you're in this quote section, I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Once you're in this quote section right here, there's an option to add new up at the top. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and let's create a quote from me. And so typically what I recommend doing is giving the quote title something that is memorable, that you'll be able to easily refer back to. Typically a name is best when managing these quotes right here. So we've gone ahead and given my quote a name. So now we'll go ahead and go in here, and you can type whatever quote may be. I'll just put something really quick. Absopure water is the best and most. Alright, so we've got our quote in there. And then down here, this may seem a little bit redundant, but for quote attribute, go ahead and type whatever that person's quote is, and then their company. So in my case, we're at Deep Canvas. And then if you click publish, you'll be all set. But we'll see if we refresh this page right here, our quote is still the Michael Scott one. So if you ever wanted to change a quote on an interior page like that, it's a bit of a two-step process. So let's say that we wanted to update the At Work quote with the new one that we just made. So we can either do it one of two ways. You can click this Edit Page button right here, or you can go to the Pages tab and then look for At Work, and then we'll go ahead and click Edit right there. And so if we scroll down, what we're going to do is we'll focus on the rest of these panels later, but what we're going to do is we'll focus on this section right here. So we have a couple of different options. So the first one is Include Quote. So let's go ahead and uncheck that really quick and just show you what it does. So I've gone ahead and unchecked it, and if I refresh the page, you'll see now our quote is gone, and we just have this white swoop right here, followed by the rest of the site. So if for whatever reason you don't want to include a quote on an interior page, you would just uncheck this box, hit update, and then you're good to go. But let's say that we do want to include a quote. So by default, if you just check this box and hit update, the site will just grab a random quote from this existing pool of quotes down in here. So if we click update, there's a 50-50 shot. It'll either be the Michael Scott quote or it'll be my quote. So if we go ahead and refresh this page right here, we'll see, alright, here's Michael Scott's quote. Let's go ahead and refresh it again and see if it changes. Alright, so here's my quote. So by default, this will just grab a random quote that we have in our pool of quotes from the back end of the site. So if we wanted to make it a specific quote, very easily, all we do is pick which one we want. Let's say we want to include my quote right here, and we'll go ahead and click update. And before we go to the back of the site, back to the front end of the site, you'll see if I try and add two quotes, you'll see a little pop-up right here, maximum values reached. So you can only ever have one quote in this section at a time. So So if I wanted to remove my quote and add Michael's, I would have to hit this little minus button right here and then go in and add Michael's that way. And I couldn't add them both. So, and we did that just to kind of keep the design and the layout and the structure consistent. So if you ever see that pop up, that's all that means. So I've gone ahead and made sure my quote is the one that I want featured, and then I'll click Update. And then if I refresh the page, nothing should change because that's the quote we want. So that's it. I hope that's been kind of straightforward. The last thing that I'll cover, say we want to get rid of a quote or we don't want to use it anymore. All you would do is just hit this little trash button right here. So we'll go ahead and remove that quote, and then we're just left with the single Michael Scott quote. And you'll see once you do that, this opens up and you get a little trash icon with the number 1 right here. So say for whatever reason you accidentally deleted it, you can easily click restore right here, and the quote would pop back up over on the publish side right here. So alright, that's it for this video. Again, stay tuned for future videos. We'll cover some different aspects of the site and get you guys rolling. Alright, talk to you soon.